Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews, and I am your literary ambassador. And today we have Stephanie Johnson Rice on my channel today. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to even be considered. And if you don't mind, I'd like to give a shout out to Angela, who connected us. Honey, she put you on blast and was like, you need to get here, and I am here. And thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Johnson Rice. I am married to Carlos Rice. One son. He is the very light of my life, but he's 25. It sounds like he's a baby, but he's not. But he's still my dude. And I am a pastor, a poet, a publisher, a comedian, an event planner. I'm a jack of all trades.
All right. Now, how did you begin writing?
Look, I never thought about publishing anything. I've been writing since school. Like, loved English. That was my best subject. Have always had journaling, written poetry, and performed it, but never thought about putting anything down on paper and publishing it until I went to jail for hitting my mama, assault battery, 3rd degree. Okay, we reconciled since then. I had to apologize, of course. But while sitting in that jail cell, I said, you have not healed from trauma in your past. I said, it's time for you to be your therapist. Get this stuff on paper and get it out of you and off of you. And that's how I didn't heal myself, but that helped with the healing process, if you understand what I'm saying. Getting all that into a book. This is not a cute book. This is not it's a feel-good book for me, but probably not to the people that read it, because we're talking about my anger issues, talking about molestation, we're talking about finding out my dad wasn't my dad. I mean, it's so much in there that's dreary and weighty, but it set me free.
Amen, amen. Did you intend to become an author?
No, not at all. It's so much that I'm doing now that God has me doing that was not on no agenda that I had ever planned to write, not in my lifetime or anybody else's.
Okay. Did you have a specific reason for writing your books?
Yes, that helped me to heal. Like, I was 48 years old, still being triggered by the small stuff, still carrying around an anger that was like slowly killing me. Anger has effects on the body. I don't know if people realize, but girl, I could get angry and like shut a whole place down. Like, it would get quiet. People, I didn't know that you could even get like that. To be so small, like, you know how the Hulk turns green and get huge? That's how anger had me doing. It made me big. It made me look crazy. That had to go. That had to go. And it did with that book.
What do you hope readers will take away from your books?
That there's victory in spite of what you have been through. I hear a lot of people say, I don't know if I can make it through this. I don't know how much longer I can take this. I don't think that I'm strong enough. You know, it's not even about what we think. He knows. He knew already before we were even born what we go through. He knew that he would be the strength that would get us through it. So I was suicidal. Like, I was going to take myself out of this world because I felt like I couldn't do it. I felt like I didn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. I felt like nobody cared. I felt like it wouldn't matter. No, he had a totally different plan. That once I listened to him and once I got his mindset and not my own, I can make it through anything. That's what I want you to know. You can get through it, no matter what it is. Everybody's story's not cute. You can get through anything.
Mm-hmm. Stephanie, tell us about your books.
This book, Therapy, is just me. You know, people pay a therapist and they go and they speak about stuff that they can't talk to other people. That's what this book is. I spoke to my mom before I wrote it. I said, you're in it. There's some other people that are in it. I said, if people come to you asking about the book, you send them to me. I said, because a lot of family, friends saw stuff that was going on, but chose not to say nothing. You know how Black families will go on to this house, stay in this house. A lot of that's toxic. a lot of stuff needs to be addressed, a lot of stuff needs to be dealt with, and a lot of stuff needs to be stopped. So I told her, don't even answer the question. You direct them to me, they can talk to me. I wrote the book. I said, you didn't write the book. So it's it's a lot of dirty, down, nitty gritty stuff that I couldn't talk to people about. So the book contains, you might as well say secrets, because nobody knew.
Yeah.
And another book that I've written is talking about money, but not in a bad way. The church and money, people, I don't want to hear about money. I know, baby, money makes this world go around. You need money for your bills. You need money for your car. You have got to have money, but people look at it as, oh, it's evil. No, it's beneficial. It's necessary. And the very people that are telling me, oh, you keep asking about money, you keep talking about money, are the main ones that ask me for money when they need it. I need you to understand that money solves problems. The more money you got, the better problem solver you are. And when you got that stewardship mindset, where God, what do you want me to do with this? Who do you want me to bless with this? And you're doing what you're supposed to and putting that money in good soil. You know, when you plant seeds, you get a harvest. So you're giving into the kingdom, but you're also getting a harvest back. To give back into the kingdom, we get a harvest back. This thing is a cycle that should push you further and further. But most people are about a negative connotation of money. No, it's not like that. And prosperity means more than just money. Prosperity means I'm in good health to do what I'm called to do. I'm in good health so I can go forth and be a blessing. So it's money, it's good health, it's sound mind, but it's being able to accomplish everything that I need to accomplish while I'm breathing.
Amen.
Those are two I have right now. I'm writing some more, but I'm not done.
Oh, okay. What life experiences have shaped your writing the most?
Ugh. Most of them, I'm gonna tell you straight up, was the negative. That just has me thinking, because even the next book is from negative experiences. So I'm gonna have to at one point do one with the good stuff. Yeah, you just changed my whole perception. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do one with the good stuff, because the negative, like I said, when it's hard to talk to people about these things, I can get it off myself and onto paper, and I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay. That section is good. I've dealt with that. As long as I get it off me and onto paper and look at it just in all this nastiness. This is what it is. This is how it made me feel. Okay, this response wasn't good. Okay, this response shows you matured. Then that helps me to function. Writing is my therapy.
What has influenced you the most as a writer?
I'm going to have to say, honestly, I've written for so many years, because I'm 49 now, and written for as long as I can remember, but never thought about publishing until a friend of mine, Sherry Kirkland, she had published one book and was in the process of publishing another, and then was published in another. And it made me realize, baby, you can put this pen, you've already put the pen to paper.
Mhm.
Now you can put this to a publishing company and can share, and people can, it's a testimony in a book. So people can be affected and impacted and know, look, she went through this. Because a lot of stuff that I've gone through, when I do talk about it, people look at me like, I never would have known. You never talk about that. Now, I don't usually bring the negative to a party. When I'm coming, you're going to get the laughter, you're going to get the joy, you're going to get the good stuff. But in the book, it's the realities that's behind the curtain. It's behind the smile. It's behind the twinkle in the eyes. So she was a great impact on me, as far as, okay, I can get this stuff published.
What is your personal testimony?
Mm-mm-mm. It is so many different things I could say about that. But what I will say is, a lot of times when purpose is involved, it's your passion. A lot of times when purpose is involved, it's something that makes you leap up out the bed and be like, I will do this. This is what I will do for no pay. My purpose is the things that I know I'm called to do was not always something that I was running to. It was not always something that made my heart leap. It gave me satisfaction now. I know I was called to it. When I go and do it, I know, hey, that's done, that's successful, that's prosperous. But the purposes that I've been called to was not something I would have chosen. And a lot of times it brings a lot of heartache. It don't always bring a smile to my face. Sometimes it's done with tears. Sometimes it can cause Tabasco sauce in your chest to make you angry. But the purpose of being a mouthpiece on the earth to those you are assigned to, knowing that sometimes you got to speak good, but sometimes you got to speak bad. You got to speak correction. You got to speak rebuke. You got to show them where, hey, this right here is not so cute and this got to line up. Oh, I've noticed this right here and they didn't even want anybody to see that. They didn't think anybody could catch that. Yeah, that's the testimony. That's that purpose is not always something that is passionate for you. Sometimes it's what's necessary, it's what's needed, and it has to be done.
How do you market your books, and what avenues have you found to work best for you?
I use social media, Facebook, Instagram, but the best marketing for me is personally. I do a lot of vending. I'll pay for a spot, talk to them personally, and generally, the first line catches the attention. I sucker punched my mother in the face earlier this month, and I did it because I loved her. And they like, no, ain't no way. How could you punch your mom? I would never. And that's just the thing. That's not your story. So of course you might never, but I did. Now you can find out why. And you can find out that we reconcile. You can find out that there is hope. But I need people to understand, Queenie, everybody does not have this wonderful relationship with their parents.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is not hugged up to their parents. Everybody's parents are not hugged up to them. There are relationships where you are not close with your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and people need to stop throwing shade on those people. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what they're going through. You're not going through it, so of course you don't understand it. But don't judge the ones who are going through something that you've never personally been through. They're already hurt. That's already bad to not be in a good place with somebody that you care that deeply about. And it's easy to say, I don't care. No, you care, but you can program yourself not to be affected as much because you've dealt with it for so long. But no, it bothers me. It bothers me that our relationship is not on the 10, that we don't go out to eat on a regular, that we don't talk like that. But I need people to understand that relationship is my relationship with her. It's not all balloons, it's not all candy. If yours is, then treasure that. But give those other people an opportunity to be who they are and say what they need to say because that's their life too.
What is your favorite part of writing, and what do you find enjoyable or different about nonfiction?
The part I find enjoyable is that the truth is the truth. And I remember that movie where it says, you can't handle the truth. Sometimes after putting because I started writing this book before. My son's 24 now. He was in elementary school. I started writing this book, Queenie, and I erased it. I erased the whole thing because the truth was just looking at it, just rereading it, just having to relive some of it. I was like, okay, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't put that out there. We're just gonna keep the facade. I'm just gonna keep smiling. No, that's the favorite part about writing nonfiction. Is the truth is the truth. People can see. Okay, well, this child, yeah, she does spoken word. Yeah, she's a pastor. Yeah, she ministers. But look at what she went through. It's not all good. It's not all cute. And people have to realize that people that are standing before you, they have a backstory. They just didn't pop up, God anointed them, and they're standing in your face. No, they've gone through stuff. They're going through stuff, and they will continue to go through stuff while they're standing before you. So about writing about the nonfiction, it's the truth. The most enjoyable part is even after rereading and editing to see how words flow out. And it's melodic. It's so beautiful because even in some of the entries, it was like poetry on a page, in spite of the pain. So painful poetry on a page. It was beautiful in the midst of the pain.
Wow. What was the most important lesson you've learned through your writing?
Everybody's not gonna get it. Everybody's not gonna. It's gonna be some things that people read that you have said or done, and because, like I said, a mindset is something serious, because people will sit there and think one way. It is narrow minded now, but that's how they felt all their life. They won't change it, and they won't let it in. They will judge you. This is who you are. This is what you've done. This is wrong. Not looking and seeing the little girl that was so hurt that she brought that up into her 40s, almost into her 50s, that she was the walking wounded, going back, picking up other people, bringing them to safety, helping them to get set free while she was still bound. Somebody that was quiet about herself, but was vocal for other people. I would speak up for some, but myself, I was quiet. I would let people say things that had me bound. No, I'm on a whole nother mindset now. I even look at people who are famous, who people I consider strong, people who are always encouraging, and no, it ain't always what it looked like. Sometimes behind that smile, it's a broken heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wounded woman, it's a wounded man. But what they're doing is pressing through in spite of. I can't change what people think when it comes to some of the things you go through. Instead, I try to, when people talk to me, I just listen without judgment. I kill 5 people, they buried in the basement. I'm like, okay, all right, how that make you feel? Have you asked, you know what I'm saying? Have you asked for forgiveness? It's not like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? No, because everybody has a different path to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Some people's sins are greater than others. It's even to the point now where I look at things going on TV, murderers, pedophile, child molesters, child abusers. And instead of feeling the rage and the anger, my heart is like, Father, help them. Lord, speak to them. God, you can save them. You've got the power. That's a whole
Mm-hmm.
different
Yes.
mindset when you hear about what people do to people. And I know that ain't nobody but God. Because at one point I was like, that's disgusting. That's so gross. And God immediately spoke to me and says, only by the grace of God that you are not where they are. And I immediately repented. Stop
Mm-hmm.
looking at people as what you would do, because you are not them. And if you were them, then you would do what they do, because you would be them.
Mm-hmm. What was your publishing journey like?
I have a wonderful publisher. The first book I was published with Tam Jernigan. She's out of Georgia. Phenomenal. I was referred to her by another guy that I knew who had children's books published. Bam, 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 one after another. She taught me everything I knew because I knew nothing. And then this is what got me. She's a publishing company. She taught me everything I knew. Then she said, Stephanie, this is not hard to do. She was like, I'm gonna give you a link. She was like, because you can self-publish well all the books that you're writing. So it wasn't like, yeah, give me all your books. I'm gonna make this money off you because I know you're writing 5, 6. She was like, I'm gonna publish this one. And then you can have the option. You come back to me, or you can have that money going in your pocket. I thought that was dope. I thought that was kingdom,
Mm.
because she could have had tell me, give me all your books and I will publish them. But she was like, you can do this yourself and have that money in your pocket. Shout out to Tam.
Wow. What are you currently working on right now?
Right now, this book is called Reflections, because in the last book, I was responding and reacting to the things that were done to me. And this one is God showing me what I'm doing that I need to change. And I'm telling you, Queenie, this book right here hurts my feelings, because it's easy to say, because you did this. This is how I reacted. Oh, you made me mad. Oh, you hurt my feelings. When the truth is, I allowed you to make me mad. And I shouldn't even ever let you get into my feelings, because I've got control and can subdue my emotions. Yeah, I need to process. All right. I've allowed them to make me angry. Now, why is that? Is what they said, is some sort of truth in what they said, or am I angry because I know that to be a lie and I don't want that to go forth, but there's nothing I can do about it, so God gonna have to vindicate me. So he's making me look at me when all of these things happen now, because now the stuff that's happening is even more fierce than when I was young, and I thought that childhood was bad. Like I can't remember most of my childhood because I repressed it. I repressed it. That's how much I don't want to remember. And so even when writing the book, it was like, you have to go back some, and I would jump back out. Okay, we wrote that. Let's get back out of there. But this book, ooh, it's just telling on Stephanie and nobody else.
Okay. How can readers find you and your books?
All right, on Facebook, I am Stephanie Johnson Rice, my name. On Instagram, I am Step SDEP, the number one, and Child CHILD on Instagram. And my number is 864-762-1485. My email is step1child@yahoo.com. So any one of those means you can contact me for anything, for interviews, just to talk to me about the process, talk to me about who I am, for any type of ministry. Like I said, I'm a jack of all trades. I help out when I can help out. So I don't mind, and I am open and willing to help anybody that's willing to do the work. I am not going to do the work, but I'm there to help you do the work because it's a process.
Is there anything else you would like to add before we close?
I want to thank you for this time, and I want people to know that therapy freedom includes unleashing the ugly. Deliverance isn't cute.
All right. Thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
I thank you so much too. It's a blessing.
All right. This is Queenie Clem with Queenie's Book Talk and Reviews. Happy reading.
All
Bye.
right. Bye, baby.